Rob, you play with the Singapore Slingers. You've come here to Broome. How was it?
The Broome itself was beautiful. The tournament, unfortunately, we only got to play one game because of the condensation problem, but overall the experience here has been great.
You've just joined the Singapore Slingers and you had a pretty good game, yeah?
It was okay by self standards. I like to pride myself on doing a lot more than what I did. You know, being a new team, being outdoors, it was a little bit different than what I'm used to, and I'm also really not in 100% shape right now. So I would like to say that they were okay numbers, but I would like to improve on them next time I play with them.
What did you think of the tournament idea, the whole idea to play internationals here in Broome?
I think it's a great idea. I think as the NBA has done, is making basketball international. It brings different cultures, different countries, everything together, and that's one thing the world needs is things like that.
And how big is basketball both in your home country, the Philippines, and in Singapore?
Well, I think basketball in Singapore is just really starting to pick up, but basketball in the Philippines has been one of the #1 sports in the Philippines for a number of years, and it's still going strong now. So
there were some pretty top-notch players here, both from Shanghai, from Indonesia, and of course our Perth Wildcats. You only got to play one game, but did you see any of the other games?
We actually watched the second game, the Shanghai Sharks against the Perth Wildcats, and looking at like the Perth Wildcats, I can see why they're I believe the #1 team in Australia. They're big, they're strong, they're fast, and they press the whole game. That's tough. That's definitely tough to beat a team like that.
And I guess it was pretty good for Broome to host the Shanghai Sharks, and particularly Yao Ming, who he's been a big player on the international stage.
Right. It was definitely it was an experience to be around him. We got to take a couple pictures with him, and definitely an experience. You see these guys on TV. I guess you could say it's a real role reversal, because when we play on TV and people see us, we take pictures. I was kind of like the fan this time and got to see him. So it was a great experience.
And what about your team? Good team?
Yeah, great. The only problem with the team is we're really young, and Singapore again has just really started to get into basketball. But they're a great bunch of guys. They're all really friendly. Everybody's hardworking, willing to learn. I mean, we just played yesterday. We all still got up this morning. We had another beach run. We ran some sand dunes. We did a little pool work. So I mean, the guys are here and ready to get better. So that's always a good thing.
Rob, thanks for talking to us. Thanks for talking to madfan, and good luck for the future.
Thank you for wanting to interview me. It's been a pleasure.
Owie Long, welcome to Australia and welcome to Broome. Have you had a good time here?
Yeah, I do. It's fantastic, especially the beach. The sunset is great. Yeah.
Now, you're a member of the Singapore national team, but it's only a young team. How have you guys been going?
We have been going pretty good, and then plays are coming up for us, and then our team spirit is good now, especially we beat Indonesia, and then I hope that this will actually bring it together with us to the SEA Games.
This sort of competition, is that good for the Singapore Slingers?
Definitely. Especially, it's kind of like a pity that we didn't get to play with Perth Wildcats, because that's a rare opportunity for us. But overall, I think it's pretty alright, especially we play with Indonesia with good team spirit. Yeah.
And what about in Singapore itself? Are you getting a lot of fans?
I don't know. No comment about that.
It's starting to build up.
Yeah, it is definitely.
And it must help having guys like Rob Wainwright joining the team.
I think with him around, definitely will be good. So I hope that we'll be able to play with him next season.
Andrew, a tremendous venture this. Had some issues, but I'll get you to talk to me about those in a minute. What made you think of it?
Look, I like doing things that are different and innovative, and this certainly fits the bill. The genesis is I was sitting out front of Sunset Bar and Cafe there with my wife about 4 years ago, and I was looking at the car park saying, oh well, it's just a car park. And I thought, well, actually, we could do something here. And then when I started thinking about the angles and what the camera shot would look like, etc., that little dream became a very good idea, and then became a reality, and here we are today.
brilliant to get such major international players here. I mean, that was obviously a hard job to get them here.
Well, RV Sport has a very good network internationally, particularly in Asia and even more particularly in China. The basketball fraternity is a reasonably small fraternity, and the guys that have come here today are all guys that I know are good people, good teams. It was easier than you probably think, actually.
Okay, now there were some issues. Talk me through those.
Well, one of the issues that we have is the condensation at this time of year once you get past dew point. But what we thought we had was enough to cope with it, but simply, Mother Nature had other ideas. So, look, it was, clearly the wrong time to play. We made the adjustment the next day. Everyone was happy. We backfilled the time slots with some fun for the kids and everything like that. So, look, very successful all the way. We now know we play this tournament in the afternoons.
And will you play it again?
Yes, we're contracted for the next 4 years with the state government through Events Corp, and we plan on extending this potentially another day and with more teams. Okay,
and you had a very, very big star here in Yao Ming. That was a pretty good.
Yeah, I was chairman and owner of the Sharks, and it was great that he accepted our invitation to come along. I think, people in China would be very enthralled to see this sort of event and this sort of landscape. And, for what it's worth, I think we did a great deal for tourism in Western Australia.
We've talked to some of the players, and they were all just rapt to come here and never dreamed of playing on Cable Beach and in Broome and in 30-degree heat. So, I mean, it's been a very interesting exercise.
Well, look, what's the point of just going to another gym and having another tournament? I think I consider that, boring. I like I said, things that are different, and the vision to put this together was exciting. And, we knew that there would be issues along the way, but it's, I think a credit to my staff in how they dealt with all the little teething things in along the way and helping the players through where they could. It's turned into a magnificent event. This is probably the best thing I've ever done.
And you've had it beamed out to Asia through ESPN, so no doubt some of the other teams you approach will be pretty keen.
Well, I would think so. We've already got teams locked for next year, so we will just finalise our plans in the next couple of months and then start the rebuild process. The hardest thing about events is getting the first one off the ground, and now we've done that successfully, and now we intend to build on it. It's a reasonably simple and organic growth model that I know will be successful.
Any scoops for madfan as to who might be coming next year?
Oh, no, I can't tell you just yet, but look, I think you'll see a couple of familiar faces from this year, put it that way.